Hey there, this is Justin, your local Los Angeles real estate expert, standing here in front of one of our listings that's not on the market yet, utilizing our Fix It Before You List It program. So I'm going to walk you through the property, show you what we've done, and follow me on inside. We just painted this door just to give it a nice pop. Come on in and check it out. All right, thanks for coming on inside. Now, just to give you a little back history on this particular property, this property is here in Encino, California. It's a 2-bedroom, 1-bath house. The owners owned this for nearly 20 years and essentially lived in it for about 10 years and then moved away and turned it into a rental for the last 10 years. And the tenants have been here the entire 10-year period. They just bought a home and the house needed quite a bit of work to get it up and ready to essentially be able to sell or even rent if that owner decided to do so. So what we've done here, if you're gonna follow me in here, is this is the main living area. Now we've got 2-inch hardwood floors here that we're not really gonna do much with because people might wanna cover them, they might wanna stain them, but we had an entryway that was a different type of material. It was cork and it was really, really beat up. So in order to save time and money, we went with a vinyl waterproof type plank flooring. We don't ever want to put a wood type of floor next to an original type of wood floor. It's just a faux pas in real estate. You never really want to see it. It just looks weird. We painted the entire house inside from ceilings all the way down to the baseboards, and basically used a light color that we use in a lot of our homes. It's a light gray, kind of gives it a modern touch, but it's still classic. And then we added a light fixture because there was a light cover plate here, but there was no actual light fixture. And because this home's a little bit older, there's no real space. This was the dining area of that era. So we wanted to add a modern, nice light fixture. Now you're gonna go ahead and follow me into the bedrooms, and I'm gonna show you what we've done to the bedrooms as well as the bathrooms. Come on in and follow me. Okay, now we're in the bedrooms. And as you can imagine, somebody living in a property for 10 years as a tenant probably isn't gonna take care of it the way maybe an owner would. Not to say tenants don't take care of their properties, but there was a lot of deferred maintenance and things that just needed touching up. For example, light fixtures. They were these old, dated looking domes. They didn't really match the rest of the house. So we opted for some ceiling fans in here that are on LED lights because the valley gets hot. These types of fixtures are appreciated, but they match both bedrooms so that you don't have a mishmash of different styles. Now, as you can see, the windows still have plastic on them. We usually put the window fixtures in at the very end just because there's a lot of dust and there's no point in putting them up, way to have them be cleaned again. These closet doors are the original closet doors. Now, they were really banged up and they were painted over. Our guys came in here, painted them, fixed them, and actually allowed them to close because they couldn't when we first got here. And these are little handles that we ordered through Amazon. And basically these are about $1 a piece or a little bit less. Now they're maybe not the top of the line, but they're modern, contemporary, and they're gonna make the property look really well. And we went ahead and adjusted all the doors in the hallways because a lot of them didn't close. They were broken, put on new doorknobs, and essentially just fixed up all the fixtures. And then going back into this bedroom. Now this bedroom had a little bit of different stuff going on. The ceilings were popcorn ceiling. The rest of the house didn't have popcorn ceilings whatsoever. So we scraped those, removed it, and basically painted it to match the entire house so that there's a uniform feel between both bedrooms. And that way, when people walk through, it doesn't look like it was a rental. Because a lot of properties that we see as buyer's agents or on the buy side, you'll see a kitchen with an 80s style vibe, and then maybe a bathroom from the 2000s, and then a new modern gray floor. And it's just a mishmash of different eras. But when you go to sell, these are things that buyers notice. And you want to make sure you kind of have a flow of continuity between the house. So with new fixtures, matching lights in both rooms, it really just helps the house pop and look fresh and clean. Now I'm going to take you on the bathroom because there's only one bathroom in this house. We had to work with what we had, but it was really, really crazy what was going on in there. So I'm super excited to show it to you. It's not completely finished because we've got a few final things that we need to fix, but we'll show you that as we go in. Follow me. All right, we're in the bathroom, and this bathroom, I know it's kind of bright in here, but it was a pink and it was very dated. And there was an old maple MDF fiberboard type of vanity that had seen best of days. It had baby locks on it that we ruined the enamel trying to take it off. The tenants left that, so we essentially bought a new vanity. It's white, it's shaker, it's wide, it's 30 inches. It's a small space, but we want to make it look big. Now, unfortunately, the mirror is not up today because my guy let me know that the mirror is broken. So we're taking it back to the store to get a refund. We've got some new towel bars. We removed some of the old towel bars in here. Those will be put in next. A new light fixture. This light fixture probably cost us about $60. We put in those contemporary decorator style bulbs just to make it pop. And then we added this up here because there was no vent fan in here, and there was some mildew growing, but no mold, nothing to be concerned about. But because there was no vent other than a window, and who wants to open a window when it's cold out, that was going to start showing up. So we put in this nice vent fan, which also has Bluetooth so that you can play music, podcast while you're taking a shower. There's little extra perks. And again, this is probably $100 cost. The shower was here, so we really didn't have to do much, but we ran ahead and recaulked all of it. There were a couple chips in the enamel that we were able to paint and make it look brand new, just to give it a nice pop. So everything in here is kind of bright and fresh. Now I'm gonna take you into the kitchen and show you the kitchen. And just to note before we leave, these floors match the entryway, and they're going to match the kitchen as well. And again, it's that continuity. You don't really wanna have more than 2-3 tops of floors in a house, just because then it starts to get a little bit mishmash. Follow me. All right, we're in the kitchen. And just to preface, this is a small kitchen because this is a home that was built. This is in Encino Park. These homes were built right after World War II by the Army Corps of Engineers to welcome back the GIs coming home. So it's a tiny kitchen by today's standards, but we wanted to make it pop. It was ultimately remodeled somewhere probably in the last 15 years, but it needed just a little bit of updating because it definitely needed pop. Now, if you look at the floors down below, these were cork originally, and it matched the cork that was at the entryway. Now, cork is a great product, but we're not fans of it for high traffic areas, particularly in kitchens, so we would never suggest that. But the floors were ruined because, tenants, 10 years, wear and tear, it's just gonna happen. So we went with the vinyl plank floor, and we matched it to the rest of the floors because I had mentioned before, it's really 2 elements in your home, no more than 3 for flooring, otherwise it looks mishmashed. Now in here, we have what's called white foil cabinets. These were real popular in the early 2000s. They still are around, but they start to peel, like you can see right here at the edge. And we hot glued those, clamped them together. This one, obviously, I left that way so we could show it to you. Did a deep clean because these were cream colored when we got in here. Added the new hardware, the same hardware that's in the bedroom closets, just again, so that continuity of flow, so it feels like everything is the same. It just makes it feel more updated from a buyer standpoint. And these are little important things. And then if you back up, you see here, I've got some blue marks. We're drying out the Bondo, but there were some holes here that needed to be addressed. So we're gonna sand those down, paint it white, and then put hardware here just to give it a finished look because those holes were a little bit worn. And then if you look over here, this was a pullout. And again, we're working with what we have here because I'd love to remodel this, but obviously that's gonna cost more money. This face was broken and we basically took it to our shop. We're having it sanded and refinished, and we're gonna paint it to match. So this is still missing. And then over here on the stove, these little details, there were some chips in the enamel that we finished. You can't really see it in the picture, but there was one back here, one over here. We were able to paint it to match it without having to replace the stove. And then we have a vent that we've ordered because it was broken in the middle, just to kind of give it that nice pop. So that's it. This is what we do. We love what we do. Hope it shows. This client is super thrilled because they basically came into a house that they hadn't seen for many, many years. We're frustrated with how much damage they believe was done, but we were able to say with a small budget that you need to spend in order to get what you want, we can get this house fixed up and cleaned up and ready for you. So all we have to do now is put in the light fixtures, finish up these touches, and then we're gonna start the staging process, which we'd love to share with you next. But this is Justin, your local real estate resource. We're here to help you, and we look forward to seeing you soon. Take care.